Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling.
You know the
Every
saying.
day I'm hustling.
Stay
Every
hungry.
day I'm hustling.
Stay humble. I'm
BoxingVoice.com.
hungry, I'm humble in defeat, and I'm going to remain humble in victory. This is it, right?
Dolly Beyonce Productions.
I just wanted to put on a great boxing masterclass
BoxingVoice.com.
and also show the sweet science of this lovely sport. Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
I'm prepared to the best of my capability, and I pray that I get the win. Look at it, like, I love Mike Tyson, how he came into the game on some different kind of vibe. You know what I mean, man? It takes a crazy man to want to fight, you know what I mean, day in, day out. The hardcore sport, as you said, no silk shoes.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the boxing boys.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio.
Are you with me?
Yes, we are.
Are you with me?
Yes,
Yes!
we are. Edward Eduardo Hearn's done it again, and I think this is more reason, more indication, more facts as to why people continue to call him the best promoter in boxing right now. And, maybe you're thinking to yourself, well, how does one have to do with the other, Ness? How does Eddie landing a Dazn UK deal have anything to do with him being the best promoter? Well, it only means more money for his fighters and exposure for his fighters. So, again, it makes him one of the best promoters doing it. He's actively become the biggest promoter there is. No other promoter has this social media numbers or power. I mean, Eddie's podcast got picked up for a third season. The fact that these other promoters haven't figured it out yet. I mean, how many views would one episode of Al Heyman's podcast do?
Whew. Jeez.
But listen, we're here to discuss breaking news brought to you by The Athletic and transcribed into voice and thoughts and opinions by us. Eddie Hearn strikes a 9-figure deal. So I already see a lot of people saying, I thought 9 figures is 100 million. But for you losers who chose not to support Michael Coppinger and buy the article, in the article, it states high 9 figures, high worth into the 9 figures. I'll actually get the exact words in a few segundos, as I got to pull it up. I got so many damn computers. I got to pull it up now on these computer. But yeah, I mean, look, so outside of him landing a bunch of bread, he's leaving Sky. I think that's the biggest thing that's on everybody's mind. Like, wait, okay, so here's the article. It says here that Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing have struck a record-breaking deal with the broadcast streaming service Dazn that is worth well into 9 figures, sources tell The Athletic. Worth well into. So, if you're at 9 figures, you're at 100 mil. You know what I'm saying? But if you're worth well into those 9, you got to be on a high end of that 9-figure deal, right? And guess what? $1 short is $1 billion. You know what I mean? $1 short is $1 billion. So, this is a huge deal. And let's not forget that this isn't anything new for DAZN. Remember that they had allegedly given Eddie $1 million for the USA venture. You know, remember when he first came out with the Dazn thing, it was like, oh, they, you know, $1 billion, $1 billion, you know, so, you know, it's like,
Well, the only thing I can say,
money isn't an issue for DAZN, and they knew it couldn't be an issue though, Francis, because they were stealing Eddie away from Sky.
right? Well, they didn't have to steal. They've already been courting him. They've already been, showing him the good times. They've been flying him around the world, allowing him to make deals here, there, and everywhere on their behalf. So you got to see what the good life really looks like. So, also being in the role in Matchroom, you have to understand too, right? This comes on a very significant day because today is the day that Barry Hearn steps down as the chairman of Matchroom. Pardon me?
Wasn't it yesterday? Yesterday was the day his dad stepped
down. UK
news,
I call it yesterday, today. It's just significant that it comes on the back of a big deal like this with DAZN. You know what I mean? I mean, to become the chairman of a company you grew up in is nothing. It's small. Not to say that I was handed a company to be a chairman of, but I'm just thinking about it. It could be something massive, and then to be given rights to do your own thing, pretty much in the UK when it comes to boxing. With the wallet is tremendous. You know what I mean? That's amazing for a lot of fighters to get deals, to get fights. As more fighters, you can see more fights, and Matchroom gets to build their stable, and their stable becomes like a PBC, like a top rank, where they're just pumping out talent continuously because now they have the money and the dates, the flexibility to do all those things which are necessary. You know what I mean? So I love the fact that Eddie's doing his thing, and that's comes back to my point I made earlier this morning as to why Billy Joe just got to eat it, because at the end of the day, like, Eddie's onto something bigger and better. Like, for him to strike a deal to get Canelo back onto DAZN after he had a battle with DAZN in the courts, he had to come and talk to Canelo. Don't worry, I'm going to take care of you, make sure everything happen. And he makes it happen. That's why they call him the man that makes it happen. All y'all promoters sitting over there in your wallet ain't doing nothing. I'm the one flying around the world trying to make this fight happen. But you know how it is, man. You got to take the good with the bad. And as good as Eddie is, he does have some bad sides to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I love this sport, man. I told y'all this morning this shit was like a big soap opera, man. It's like All My Children or whatever. But I knew this was coming. I think all hardcore fans knew this was coming. I don't think you got to do a podcast. I don't think you got to cover fights. I don't think you got to be in the gyms to know that this was coming. I think you just got to follow the sport as a boxing fan. Now, the casual fans, they might not have known this was coming. But I presented this to Adam Smith March 23rd, 2019. I'm looking at the interview right here. And, Adam, we questioned him on the future of Sky Sports and DAZN. And a lot of fighters being offered a lot of money to fight on DAZN, which obviously at the time he and Eddie had a deal. And it's just like, listen, it's like direct competition for you. And, he looked at it as if it was nothing, but I guess he was just brushing it off because he knew what was inevitable. And I think I realized that this was going to be something to come once the news broke that Eddie had shares in DAZN and that DAZN had shares in Matchroom. So that showed the type of exclusive partnership that no one's ever showed. It's like, you believe in my business so much, you're buying stock. I believe so much in yours, I'm buying stock. And for me, 2 years ago, that was if not 3, because I think it was 2018 that they started. If not, for me, that was the nail in the coffin. I knew right then and there that Eddie was eventually going to go. And if you're DAZN, why wouldn't you want Eddie? Like, DAZN isn't just in one territory. And that's why I didn't understand why Adam wasn't worried, when he was like, well, DAZN isn't in the UK. And I'm like, brother, they're everywhere else. You don't think it's a matter of time? Like, right now they're making a splash in America. Why wouldn't they want to make a splash in the UK? And here it is. Here it is.
Definitely. Listen, There's nothing like, you know what I'm saying, having it built already so you can do your thing, and having Matchroom come as a powerhouse. Like I said, they can start funneling fighters to the US to have big fights. They can have fighters come to the UK and have big fights, because now, like, BT Sports is going to compete with DAZN on the app. Like, it's going to be tough. Like, DAZN's going to really, you know, the younger crowd is definitely going to attach to it, because everybody's kind of already on the, you know what I'm saying, their app game. So it's a great move that he made for the company. It's a great move taking over from his dad. It's a great deal to sign, which is amazing. And let's see if we get more. Well, if he's making all these fights, we should have no problem getting fights, man.
Well, what this deal does mean is that there's no Anthony Joshua, right? So what are the terms of the deal? The terms are obviously a groundbreaking deal that's worth well into the 9 figures, guaranteed. Guaranteed. And that goes into effect July 1st.
Yeah.
Now, remember, there's a lot of people that thought that the fight wasn't going to happen with Fury and AJ. Well, this deal had nothing to do with that, because the fight with Fury and AJ will still be on ESPN pay-per-view in America, and it will be on BT and Sky in the UK, and it will only be on DAZN in every other territory, not named America. So, but before Hearn could officially join with DAZN as their UK, or rather as his UK provider, broadcaster, he owes Sky Sports 2 more shows.
Yeah.
And my producer is saying that show, well, actually in the article it says Joshua Buatsi will be on May 15th. The first event is due to take place May 15th, and that will be headlined by light heavyweight Joshua Buatsi at the AO Arena in Manchester. And the final Sky Sports show will take place in June. And I think my producer is predicting that that's going to be, let me see if this was right. Lewis Ritston card will be in June. So Sky gets 2 whack-ass cards, because, you know, I know a lot of people like Buatsi, but he hasn't crossed over like Anthony Yard did. I know a lot of people think Buatsi's better than Yard.
Exactly.
But he hasn't crossed over like Yard. Yard made it. Yard made it international. You know, his stardom reached over here. He came over here. You know, he was mentioned in big fights with Canelo. He got the big Kovalev fight. He made it. But Matchroom, obviously, and DAZN, they've been working closely forever, once again, Francis. So, you know, again, for Sky, they must have known, and I'm wondering if they're just going to now align themselves with formerly known as Sutherland. I think their name is like Westerman or Waserman. Sounds like it's a waste of time and just a name change for Sutherland. But I hear they got acquired by a bigger UK sports agency that deals with more than just boxing. So maybe they got an influx of money because of that. And maybe that helps Sky put on some shows. If Eddie is considered the best promoter in boxing, he's most definitely the best promoter in the UK, which means that there will be nothing left for Sky Sports. But they do have 2 important pieces of the puzzle.
Yes, I was about to say that. I was definitely about to mention the Dillian Whyte, you know, making the boss moves. He's not a part of that deal that Eddie Hearn has struck with DAZN for the UK, right? So he's still a part of Sky Sports, and he'll be doing shows for Sky Sports. And going forward, maybe he strikes a deal with somebody else. Who knows? But he's on his ownership boss thing. And Anthony Joshua is also a part of it, where he's also not a part of the deal to do with DAZN. He still, I guess, has rights with Sky Sports, I would assume, to cover his fights from now on, or for now.
Now, you're not a UK guy, and neither am I.
So I'm okay. Go ahead.
But I was gonna say this: you're closer to a UK guy than me.
Facts.
Right? Like being Canadian. That being said, they're gonna put together a different commentating team for.
And I gotta correct you. That's being Jamaican. Come on, get it correct. Yeah.
I thought you was in the Caribbean being Jamaican. I guess they're near the British Islands too, though, right?
What? Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is You made me lose my train of thought. What the hell were you talking about? You're wilding right now. Whatever, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah. What did you say? What were we? You're terrible.
See, and we're talking about. See, this is what I'll be talking about. His Dominican brother, who's from America, is there talking, and we talking about. You still don't remember? We're talking about the zone and the deals they make. Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua being a part of the deals.
Yeah,
right?
but that's I was trying to make a point, but anyway, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I know you said big moves for Dillian Whyte or boss moves. I don't really know what you thought he did. This is a pre-existing Sky Sports.
He can orchestrate a deal with somebody else because he's a free agent. So remember, he has a stable of people that normally.
This is an old Sky deal. Remember, commentary team. Thank you, UK Rob. The Zone's going to be putting together their own UK commentary team. And I was asking you, like, do you care who it is? But you're more UK than I. So, like, are you going to miss whatever team they had? And do you have any suggestions of who they should hire that's UK based? I wonder if they give Spencer the job. You think Spencer Farron would get the job?
Yeah, I think he'd do a good job. That's actually a good one. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Spencer would do a good job. I'm thinking of who else would do a good job. David Hayes not too bad. He's not too bad. Man, that's a good one. That's a good one because I mean the commentators are like so.
I hope they get someone that resonates with Americans as well. Being as though that we have to watch a lot of those cards, I want them to get someone that resonates with us as well. Like you said, maybe a David Hay. I'm not 100%. You know, he crossed over to me. I've been a David Hay fan for many years, so I don't know if everybody, recognizes Hay as much as I do. But I like David Hay. You know, because I know boxing already, I don't mind Tony Bellew, and I think he might get the job, but he's also already done Sky. He might have some sort of contract with Sky. I don't know that they'll bring Paulie back. Paulie was let go from Showtime. You know, he used to work both sides of the pond, and he's a recognizable name for America.
But that's all good though. With whatever team they come up with, man, I'm just excited about the deal overall in general.
Where's your excitement stem for? Like, why are you excited?
Because they got more money to sign more fighters, man, to coming from everywhere. So like, we just had with John Chansky possibly, you know what I'm saying, get an opportunity to sign with a Matchroom with this new deal that they just got. That's a new bag. Like I'm saying, there's fighters out there that are coming up that can get paid, man. They can get paid. Maybe Tevin can redo a deal and go with Matchroom and get some more fights because they got that new money. Maybe some of these fighters who ain't got no dates can sign up for Matchroom. Also, we're gonna start to see more like talent from the UK come up because they're gonna start to put more money in the infrastructure.
But I'm assuming if you re-sign Tevin with the UK Matchroom money,
sign him too.
He's got to be set up in a UK fight because again, they're being given this money to make UK fights that appeal to the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
So if they sign Tevin, it's going to be with the intentions of matching him versus a UK guy. You understand? I mean, obviously the business is entitled to do whatever they want with the money, I would guess, but they have to meet the, requirements of their broadcaster and give them a certain amount of UK shows.
What kind of status do you think this gives Eddie Hearn right now amongst the boxing community? Like, the other promoters,
it makes him marquee.
The networks.
Against the fighters, it makes him marquee. This is now the second time we hear Eddie getting $1 billion and nearly $1 billion. I mean, name another promoter, right? Even if you want to say that this is a lie, cool. Name the other promoter that's been rumored to get $2 billion. Or $1.5 billion. Like, come on. Where's the rumors for Bob? Where's the rumors for Al? Like, they aren't there. They ain't there. There's a reason people keep talking about Eddie and $1 billion. He's showing it. I mean, look, my dream, my pledge allegiance to the boxing flag is that I hope they were all under one. You know, if it's the zone, they got the bread, let it be. You know, but let it be the zone, and everybody on the zone fights each other, man. No promoters, no politics. It's like you on this network, but we don't even got that. See, I'm dreaming for that, but the zone hasn't given us that with Andrade and Golovkin, or Golovkin and Andrade, or Golovkin and Billy Joe, or anything like that. Golovkin been out here fighting, you know. Shout out Canada, Steve Rose.
Getting that money here, man, making things happen. That's how it happens right now. So, it should be very exciting for a lot of these UK fighters, especially with the GB team, or even going through Scotland, Ireland, French fighters. You know what I'm saying? Just Europe in general, man. They should be excited to try to be a part of this stable. What's up?
I'm going to be real, man. You know, we be on here selling different people and shit, right? And what I mean by that is like, it's like, yo, you don't want to fight for Eddie and shit? You don't want to? Nah, I'd rather fight for Al. I'd rather fight for Bob. Yo, if I'm a fight, I'd rather fight for Eddie. I want some of the fireworks. I want the fireworks. I want you to pump me up on your social media, because you see, these old school promoters, they don't understand, because they as old as me or older, right? So they don't understand social media. So they like, man, fuck that. I don't need that. Meanwhile, the fighters that you signing, they want that. They want to be popular in the real world, but they also want to be popular on social media. And right. Eddie provides that. Eddie can provide that. You know, what else does Eddie provide? Fireworks. Big. I mean, yo, his garden, his bubble, like now it's retrospect. Now it's retrospect. It's over. It's over now. Everything is done. Let's compare bubbles. His bubble was better than yours. His bubble was better than yours. His bubble shit on Top Rank bubble. His bubble shit on the PBC Connecticut bubble. His bubble shit on everybody's bubble. His bubble was better. Dillian Whyte Povetkin was better with the fireworks.
Yep, that shit was lit.
What was that? Amanda Serrano fought in that bubble?
Katie Taylor fought her undisputed rematch with Pursuit. That shit was fire.
So let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to step it up, man. So what this does for Eddie, all this do for Eddie is keep doing what we've been hearing when we interview fighters. Like, nah, Eddie's doing their thing. They doing their thing over there. They paying well over there. They doing their thing over there. That's all you can say, because that's what the fuck they doing. They doing their thing over there. They paying well over there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with them Bob Arum checks. I mean, the zone checks. People is okay. I seen a video of Mikey this morning, scared of some sort of poisonous animal in his ranch, and while everybody's like, yo, look how afraid Mikey is, I'm more focused on that gut. His gut big as hell, okay? His gut looked like mine's and like Robert Garcia's. And the other thing that I realized was he sounds a lot like Robert right now. Like, wow. He sounds so much like Robert Garcia, much.
That's like, they are family. Yo, honestly, this is the first thing I see when I see Mikey. I'm like, yo, Mikey's getting heavy. But I already knew. People want to believe it. When they say Errol Spence retired people, you understand? Like, he came back and fought Jesse, but he wasn't the same. He bought a Rolls Royce. He bought a few of them. Mikey is living great right now. Big ass ranch. Too.
He riding around in it. I seen a video the day before yesterday. He opened the door backwards on his little suicide phantom doors. I'm like, damn.
He living life,
bro. Can you imagine, bro? I got my best friend, bro. He pays like $1,200 a month for a car and shit. I'm like, bro, I would never. Imagine what a fucking Phantom is like monthly. Yo, he's crazy. I mean, obviously, those guys they allegedly paying it or buying it outright or paying the whole lease in advance. You know, you could prepay leases these days. But yeah, man, if you're just joining us, we're talking the breaking news that.
Ask your question real quick. Let me ask you a question. So, can you imagine how Andy Ruiz felt when he won his title and he went and bought his house that was pretty much, I guess it was, I don't know, somebody bought it but just left it alone and it was a little dirty, needs to be fixed up, and he bought these new cars, like just jumping in and out of them. For him to get back on the horse is pretty good, man. Because he's living great right now.
I mean, he spent a lot of money. That mansion couldn't have been cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes you wonder, how much did he really make? And this is what I'm saying. We have these debates, right? And they only turn into debates when it's like, oh, Francis's favorite fighter is Earl. My favorite fighter is Bud. So Bud ain't never make X amount of dollars. Nah, Earl ain't never make X amount of dollars. But let's think about Andy. So before Andy even had the rematch, okay, before he even signed for the rematch, he bought all those cars and the mansion. But the rumor is he only made $4 million. How the fuck could you buy a mansion with that much acreage in Cali, plus be able to buy 5, 6, $500,000 cars? Like, but y'all say he only made $4 million. Y'all don't believe in back end checks. Y'all don't believe in secret handshakes. Okay, man, whatever.
And he was the first Mexican American heavyweight champion, bruh. What? People was throwing money at Andy. You tripping?
I mean, listen, bruh. He even said in one of the videos, like, "Yo, I didn't pay for this chain. This was fucking it was sponsored. Like, they gave it to him because they know that the camera's gonna be on him."
And he can tell him where he got it from. Go over there and buy it. Crazy.
But yeah, man, that phrase "earn with Hearn" is really starting to take legs in boxing, man. You know. I need to pull up this other article because there's rumors that Dazn once thought of as, you know, broke. Remember there was a rumor that Dazn was broke.
They ran out of money.
That they ran out of money, and then there was reports, not a rumor. There were definitely reports that the owner went and got like $2 billion from somewhere, right? Some sort of investment.
Yeah.
He just went and got some money from somewhere, but. There's this other article on The Athletic. Shout out to Coppinger, always working. He's suggesting that maybe Dazn has the best schedule in boxing right now. I don't know because I don't have anything that is like boof in my face to show me like who is
I don't know about that.
Next, right? I don't know, but I mean,
I'm gonna go look for it.
They most certainly have some of the biggest fights coming up. You figure, well, I mean, if it depends. If you consider Dazn, if we're talking Dazn, they don't have the AJ Fury fight. Only globally, not in the US. So I guess they do have more territories than everyone else. And then if you're talking Canelo, they got the Billy Joe fight. But, you know, then you got Earl saying that Fox is going to announce his date. You got Jamal Charlo fighting. You know, Crawford's definitely back in the gym. I don't know that they have the best schedule, but Haney's up, right? Haney's up May 21st versus Jorge Linares. Or is that 21st or the 29th?
That's the 29th of May.
Okay.
Devin Haney Linares.
I don't know what big fights. I guess it's just escaping me. I should have you know, done a little bit more research on their schedule. I'm gonna try and pull up ESPN.
I got it right now. I'm looking.
So what, you went to DAZN.com or something? Are they giving you their schedule?
Yeah, this went to Zone Boxing.
What they got?
So let's see here. So Tuesday, April 20th. That passed already? Today's what? 21st?
Yeah,
right. They
Wednesday.
had Marcus Brown. They had Marcus Brown.
Nah, that ain't DAZN. Marcus Brown. That was yesterday. That was PBC Tuesday Night Fights, homie.
Okay, got you.
All right, so I think this is the schedule. April 23rd, you got Sandor
Donald, yes.
Martin versus K Prosper. K Prosper is actually a Dillian Whyte fighter, Xavier Millie a trained fighter, and a friend of the show. The venue is gonna be in Spain, Barcelona.
Yep.
And available in all DAZN markets. Commentary will be in English and Spanish. The broadcast time starts at 7 p.m. What happened?
DAZN is also April 23rd, Friday, in El Paso, Texas. Jaime Munguia versus Demetrius Ballard.
I got Jaime down for June 19th on their schedule. Where are you finding that at?
I'll send it to you right now.
And didn't Jaime's opponent pull out? Wasn't it Selecki and got hurt?
Yeah, and they moved in Ballard or whatever. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
No, Ballard got hurt too.
Oh, okay. Woo. So new person in.
Yeah, Ballard pulled out. I don't know if that Jaime card is done, but May 1st, we got Derek Chisora. Damn, that crept up. Ain't that right? That's crazy. That's right around.
Yep.
That's perfect. You right. That's perfect. It's like heavyweight UK, heavyweight America, same day. I'm definitely doing a live fight chat on that. I just hope Parker don't make it boring, man. But you got New Zealand's Joseph Parker taking on Manchester Zone or UK Zone. Or where is he from? Nibia? Derek Chisora's own. Derek Chisora, that's what he's taking on. Then you got to return to Canelo Alvarez May 8th. So that's all back-to-back weeks. So this Saturday you got this Barcelona fight. Next Saturday you got Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora fight. Saturday after that you got Canelo, Billy Joe. And then you take 3 weeks off, you come back, and you got Devin Haney versus Jorge Linares. Then you were supposed to get, a 2-week break and get Jaime. We'll see if they put together a card for Jaime. And then you got Ryan Garcia versus Fortuna in July 9th.
Nope, you're missing June 5th. Isn't that when Teofimo's fighting George Kambosos?
Yeah, but you keep talking about people not the zone. That's Triller.
Oh, true. Okay.
Triller.
Fights, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's it. That's all they got on their schedule for now. Then they got 2021 results so far. Ryan Garcia beat Luke Campbell. Say what?
Two biggest cards on that schedule is Canelo, Ryan Garcia, and who?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Ryan, Canelo, and UK-wise, Derek Chisora, right? That's a big card. I'm interested. Haney, like for me, I guess all of them. I guess not the Barcelona one, which is Saturday.
Compared to the Showtime rollout that they just rolled out, whose schedule is better?
I mean, Showtime put out. Showtime. I mean, this is better, right? Because they got Canelo. They don't got a bigger fight. Well, they got the Charlo fight, I guess. That for Undisputed. That's a decent fight.
Yeah. It ain't gonna be on pay-per-view. The lower divisions, the Neary versus Figueroa is gonna be a good fight.
So, the Showtime schedule, shout out to my co-producer, Alex, who sent me something here, and he says, you got May 15th, Louis Neary, so they taking a whole month of April off? We ain't getting nothing. Well, we got something from them yesterday. That was PBC yesterday. But May 15th, they got Louis Neary versus Brandon Figueroa, Omar Figueroa's brother. Nordine Obiali versus Nonito Donaire. That's May 29th, so that's gonna be going against the Devin Haney show. Jamal Charlo's back June 19th against the Jaime Munguia date, and he's taking on Montiel in Houston. Then you got Tank, and he's June 26th on pay-per-view. Then you got Colbert back July 3rd. Shit, man. But this schedule is really gone out. It's like all the way to September. So this, they stop at July, they being the zone. So if we stop at July and you compare it, definitely the better schedule is Showtime when you compare the zone, right? So right now, the biggest fights for the zone are Canelo and Billy Joe, and secondary fights in that time frame would be Ryan and Fortuna and Haney and Linares. And so for Showtime, big fights for them would be in that time frame, Jamel for Undisputed,
right,
and Tank on pay-per-view, jumping up 2 divisions. And then their secondary fights are like Jamal versus Montiel, Louis Neary, which could be arguably one of their premier fights, according to what fight fan you're talking to. Louis Neary versus Brandon Figueroa. Then you got Obiali versus Donaire, which is sure to be action. You even got my man Colbert versus Gamboa. Those are all in the first, in the July month, May and July, June. So those are, I don't know. So far, so good. Good time to be a boxing fan. Not bad. The thing is that, are they going to add to this, or is this it? You know what I mean? Like, we know this is what's announced for DAZN, but they're going to add to that. Is this it for Showtime since they announced it all the way until September?
Right. That's really the question, man. But that's it. I mean, no, that can't be it, man. They're gonna come with. I'm pretty sure they're gonna come with like those one-off fights, like maybe a Broner fight, or like any other names that they have, a Danny Garcia, Sean Porter. If they get fans back, by a
all
certain
those
capacity.
dudes even fighting, man. All those dudes even fighting. Like, we've seen Broner talking about his next fight on Triller. Like, obviously he don't even know when he fighting.
Yeah, it's because he was asking for a date and he wasn't a part of the rollout, man. The rollout was, I guess, planned already, and they're just waiting to announce it. I'm not sure what was going on, but I mean, he already fought.
They rolled past him. We got 2 super chats coming in, actually 3. We got Supermax that says, "Remember the narrative that DAZN was broke?" Laughing out loud emoji there.
Yep.
They ain't broke no more, that's for sure. We got What Rep It says, "Boxing is the best telenovela." You ain't lying. And we got Boston Jared that says, "Munguia versus Selecki is back on June 19th. Ballard injured."
There you go.
So if that's back on, that's at least a decent thing. That's at least a decent thing.
Selecki will try to push him. Let's see what type of power your boy Jaime Munguia has.
We got a cash app from Hawk in Maryland that says, "TBV #1. Appreciate you, champ. Really do, really do, really do." Here they come, yo. Here they come. So, yeah, man. You know the number to call in. 1-425-569-5241. Press 1. One time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Let us know how you feel about the big news. DAZN with the takeover, man. They got it. Yo, listen. And let me tell you, they let this much money out because, they look bad. Eddie lost that T.O. deal. They wanted that. They didn't bid on that for nothing. DAZN wanted that.
Right.
So, maybe that's why they opened the war chest. Like, hold up, man. Never shall you lose another purse bid.
Never. You control the board now. You know what's so funny? It didn't seem like you were too excited about it just earlier, but now I can kind of tell your excitement for the deal. I mean, I know it says UK
anything that
UK
helps the
forward,
sport, man.
but it's boxing, no?
Now, anything that helps the sport, I'm all for because it's gonna ensure more sport for me. That's just how I look at it. I wish Ring City was doing a better job. I wish I was more into those Ring City fights. They took off my main event. I was so into Stephen Big Shot Shaw taking on Jermaine Franklin. Franklin tested fucking positive for COVID. That's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I'm not happy. I don't even know who is fighting. Some girl is fighting, and it is what it is. I don't know her yet. It's not like, it's crazy though. It's crazy. But
Is it
what
really?
you gonna do, man?
Is it really that crazy?
Yeah, man. Like, again, that's why I wish we had one entity, man, where we could just get it all. Imagine knowing the schedule like football fans and shit. Like, oh shit, so and so fighting. You looking forward to that, man? You making your plans around that shit. You could block out your calendar.
Yeah, I guess.
It's so up in the all over the place right now. But
much money in boxing, man. Too much money in boxing.
Let me get to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me get to these callers, man. Who want to call in, man? Who want to call in?
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Don't forget you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation from anywhere in the world. Looks like
yeah.
we going out to King Amin in Essex.
Just like
The king is what I mean. My down back. The king is what I mean.
TBV back again. Another 1-2-1-2. Hey, listen, Eduardo Hearn has earned his great reputation. That's why he's sticking close to Canelo. That's why you do business with a free agent like that. That's why when you welcome somebody over, you send him a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Your wife go hang out with my wife. You make them comfortable because you want to do business in the long run. You know what I mean? So I think that's beautiful. And listen, with the way Eddie, to me, he's the best blend of both Al Heyman and Bob Arum. You know what I'm saying? He got that slime in him, but he also be looking out for the interest of fighters that got their business together. You know what I'm saying? Dillian Whyte don't mind working with him and doing his own. You know what I'm saying? AJ doing his thing good with him. So, the other thing I just wanted to mention, man, I think we forget when we talk about Charlo at 154. Everybody at 154 is so spread out. So he's fighting. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just knock, because he's fighting Montiel, right?
Nah, that's 60.
That's
talking about
60.
Big Charlo.
All right. Well, look, even better. Coming off of Derevchenko at 160, if it ain't Triple G, you can't blame Charlo. If it ain't Triple G or Benavidez, like, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. You know what I mean? Because 160, like, I think the business of 160 is still all over the place, but I think BBC got good business over there too. So
yeah, I
can't
gotta put some respect on Mel, man. Mel's going for undisputed.
But that's 54.
Yeah,
I know.
And that's what I'm saying. I got confused because I was saying at 154, that's the right move. 154 is kind of spread out, but 60 is a little bit closer together. But still, who's at 60? Triple G or Saunders? Saunders is busy. You know what I'm saying? So,
Andrade.
Yeah, it's good, but good fight schedule.
Definitely. I mean, thanks for calling in. Looking like we got Josh in North Carolina. What up?
Josh. What up, TBV? What up with you? What up, Ness? What up? Jamaica. Hey, man. I got a couple questions. First, how long is Anthony AJ still with Sky until his contract run out? Y'all know?
Yeah, I think he got. Let me read the article real quick, but they basically said.
I didn't think it really said it. Did it say it?
Yeah. I think so.
I know they had 2 more fights with the network, but I don't know about AJ how much fights he had left.
That kind of means a lot. That kind of means a lot to me. But I mean, I ain't gonna hate on Eddie. I mean, he got that money. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's a good deal for him. I mean, you kind of can have to say he's one of the best promoters out here because he's out here, even though he might go away about it, not traditional, but he doing what he doing. But I just want to know, they're getting all this money. Are we gonna get the fights that we want to see? I mean, this is a lot of money. All this money, we can get the fights we should want to see. Or I mean, there shouldn't be no pushback as much as we get now. I mean, come on. I want to see Andrade fight Canelo. I want to see Canelo. I want to see Canelo beat Triple G up one more time so they can shut him up, get him out the sport. I want to see these fights. I mean, this is a lot of money. I mean, can we get the fights? You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. It is Dazn going to promote their platform. They can promote their platform better because one thing, for Canelo to be the face of the sport, we never get the views or subscriptions what Canelo brings to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, or his views for that fight. We never get that. I ain't never heard of a
because it's a subscription.
Because it's a subscription. Okay, yeah, that is right. That's right.
And because they're not publicly trading, so they don't have to give any viewership numbers. They're a private company still, I believe.
Okay, now I feel that now, Ness. But if Canelo was my man and he should be bringing them numbers like he's supposed to, wouldn't I be
publicizing?
Wouldn't I feel good enough to go ahead and report those numbers? You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to talk no junk.
No, I hear you. But think about it like this, though. If he wasn't bringing you those numbers, wouldn't you just get rid of him? Wouldn't you just terminate your agreement? Because you brought him in under the pretenses that he was going to do numbers. Now he's been with you 2 years. If you don't think he's doing numbers, well, then to let him go. But they didn't do that. What they did, they helped him shake De La Hoya off to keep doing business with him.
Needed.
Come on now.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that. I'll give you that. Ness. Well, yeah, like I said, man, I just want to see the fight. And hopefully, if AJ get on this deal, I want to see him fight some big fights on his own. Fight Ruiz again, give him another rematch. I mean, come on, man. I just want to see some fights, man.
He better
the
fight Wilder
the
before he fight Ruiz. I want that Wilder.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, bro. I don't think he's gonna fight Wilder till Wilder 40, bro. Close to 40, bro. That's my opinion, for real. That's how I'm feeling, bro. For real, that's how it look.
I hear you.
But salute to y'all, bro. I'm out.
I still want that fight, though. You know what I'm saying? The same way, people want, like, Thurman versus Earl, right? I still want that fight.
Give it to me at some point. I want it.
Yeah. Albany, Antonio.
What's up?
What's going on, man? Yo, so this topic real quick. Yo, Eddie, man, he a boss, man. He a big time boss, and man, you know who I feel for, though, man? You know who I really feel for? Oscar De La Hoya, man. Oscar De La Hoya. Yo, he got played by Al Heyman early. Remember that? And then now with Dazn and losing Canelo and all this nonsense, man.
Yeah.
But hopefully, he'll do good with Thriller. Hopefully, man.
It's just, he
he got a comeback coming up, right?
Yeah, but if you look at him, he just was, look at what he just did in the media, acting all drunk and stuff like.
Hell yeah, bro. That shit was nutty as hell, bro. Looking like a fool, bro. Looking like a fool, man. It is what it is, man. He was having a good time, and let him be. It is what it is. Fuck the world, but, hopefully he getting money over there, man. But anyways, but yeah, man, Eddie, yo, he a boss, bro. He got all the big timers, bro. He got all the youngins coming up and everything, yo. Yeah. He gonna be running this shit for a minute.
Yeah,
all right, man, I'm out.
He's definitely doing his thing, man.
Yeah.
But as far as Oscar, shout out to Akim Barak, Sweet Scientist. They did an interview with Oscar De La Hoya, and they asked him about his antics and everything that took place. And he was like, look, I was working hard. I decided to have some beers, and then they called me to do this thing. It's like, man, get the fuck out of it. Don't nobody call Oscar De La Hoya the day of to come commentate. Like, I'm Oscar De La Hoya, dog. You don't call me today like, hey, come do this commentating. Nah.
It was more like you was having some beers and you're like, oh shit, I forgot I had this gig.
Exactly. But he also could have just went with the whole theme of Thriller. Like, nah, they wanted me to lay back and have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had fun. Yeah, I'd have just owned it. Fuck it. They let me to have drinks. I had a few drinks.
Yeah, I would have spent it like that. He was like, yeah, I don't know why everybody's making a big deal. So I had a few drinks. Wasn't they up there smoking weed? Like, everybody was enjoying their thing. Like, what's up? A lot of hatred, man. But we got a cash app from Compa in Los Angeles, Boxing Voice, who says, I want to see Charlo beat up Triple G. Hashtag no trilogy.
Man, that's going to be tough to get that fight. I want to see that fight. That's one of them fights I want to see because, Triple G fighting a bigger fighter, somebody who with a good jab like he does and good power. Let's see, Triple G hasn't knocked out anybody on the high level, so can Charlo walk through him, or is it going to be like a draw? Fight to a draw. They're both hitting each other for 12 rounds.
So Compa sent another one, and he said, and he's using Cash App, by the way, to save us that 30% cut from YouTube. You can do the same by sending that money to Ness GTO on Cash App. That's $NESGTO. And he said, I've been waiting for Canelo versus Charlo since Charlo was at 154.
Hey, Ness.
Yo.
Okay, now I remember when we went to Atlanta, right? You remember we went to Atlanta?
Cold Atlanta.
And you put Cold Atlanta, and you put up to the bar, and he was like, yo, Francis, yo, guess how much this drink costs?
Yeah, $32.
Now, when somebody asks you a question like that, I'm like, oh, shit, he got. I'm like, how much? And he said $30, $50 a shot. I said, damn.
32. It was 32.
See?
$32 shots.
Yo, listen, let me tell you. Now, let me ask you a question. You drank it before.
Double shots.
Did Oscar, how much do you think Oscar drank to get to that point?
I mean, Oscar, look, when you rich, he could have had some Louis the 13th. He could have had some shit that get you litty real quick, like a fat girl's titty. Know what I'm saying? So it depends. But, he was all right. I don't think he was out of control. Like, everybody acting like they ain't got an uncle like Oscar. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, what do you mean?
They making it out to be like he wasn't out of control. Like, you know, who was that? My man that blew smoke at Bernstein, he was out of control. He was out of pocket. I don't even know that. Who was that dude?
I know you'd have slapped the shit out of him if you were there.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's mad disrespectful. Like, if it's like Snoop, I know Bernstein, I'm a boxing fan. Bernstein knows I'm Snoop, and he knows he knows I'm Snoop, and my whole gimmick is smoking. But who the fuck is this dude out of nowhere sitting next to Bernstein just blew smoke in his face, bruh? That shit was wild disrespectful, bro. Wild, bro. If I was Bernstein's son, bro, like, for real, somebody got to go talk to my man. Like, that shit made no sense. You know he don't smoke. Like, you did it purposely. Again, if it's Snoop, it's like, yo, it was Snoop. You die with that. Like, yo, Snoop Dogg blew smoke on me. But, like, who the fuck is you? Like, what gave this dude the right? Like, what gave him the right to, like...
You're terrible. You're like, well, Snoop did it, like, I bet. I mean, but, like, who the fuck are you?
I mean, it's Snoop. He did a song with Pop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got 187 on... Like, it's Snoop. But who is that dude? Nobody's yet to tell me that. Pete Davis, I never heard of him.
I guess it was that from Saturday Night Live. Let me check right now.
I never heard of that dude, bro.
Tell us who's from in the chat. Where's Pete Davidson?
Bro, yo, for real.
I think he was in Ariana Grande, man. If I'm not mistaken, man, he was, yeah.
Boxing fans need to check that dude. Boxing fans need to see that dude. Like, yo, don't ever, just like Ali. That's why I love I love Will Smith the way he did Ali. Don't let me ever see you talk to Angelo like that again. You hear me? What? That was my scene. Like, you disrespecting. Don't let me ever see you disrespect Bernstein again. You hear? Who the fuck is you? Yeah, Pete Davidson? You old loser. Let me get to these callers, man. For real. He played Al. Al is cool as hell. Big Super Max. What up?
Super Max.
He got some these guys.
BoxingWords.com. Oloki, you are next, my friend. Por eso lo vuelvo a repetir. La era del Canelo es la mejor porque peleó con los mejores. La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend.
What?
BoxingWords.com.
Yo, first of all, Nets, before you get started, I got one intro, man. I heard what you was about to say.
Nah, you know why? Because I got your ring walk music here because it was so dope. I had used it once as your intro. I gotta delete that shit.
Yeah.
It's deleted.
Yeah. I'm with you though. That whoever that guy was, I don't care when his father died, man. They don't give you a right to disrespect Al Bernstein like that. That pissed me off too, man. That, you know, you look at Al like that's somebody's grandfather, man. You know what I mean?
Word.
But to this topic, yo, man, I firmly believe Eddie Hearn is the closest thing to Dana White that we're gonna have in boxing, and I don't think he's big of a scumbag as Dana White is. I hope this is the first step in Eddie just monopolizing and taking over the sport, putting us under one umbrella, and hopefully one day we won't have to sit there and watch all the 160, 147 guys fight a bunch of no-names instead of fight each other, man. I'm putting a lot of belief in Eddie to see that maybe one day he can turn this around. It's big business, man. So, yeah, he seems to be that dude right now, and you know, it's exciting to hear, man. I'm all for it, man.
Yep.
Shout out, me too, man. I'm with it. I'm with the merger, man. I don't, you know, all that. Oh, you know, fair game, whatever, man. I give everybody under one umbrella. Let's make it nice and easy. We got another cash app from LJ Juarez that says, "I'm gonna support like this from now on." Shout out to you saving us that 30% because YouTube does rape. I ain't great with math, but I'm gonna say that out of that, they took like what, $2? Sounds about 30-ish. You know what I'm saying? About 30-ish out about it. Two would have been almost close to the 40, damn near 50, but whatever. You get the point. The number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget to add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. Keem, are you with me?
Keem.
Yo, where's my Eddie, yo? I just played that Eddie. That was I love that Eddie. Where's that?
Are you with me?
Yeah, let's go. That shit makes me laugh.
Are you with me?
Yeah, Eddie, they with you, baby. They with you now. They see the money. Money.
Woo, woo.
Money.
Yeah.
You say you know boxing?
Yeah.
What is a
Maybe I don't know.
Tell me what a pool counter is. Pool counter? I've never heard that term before. That must be your term. You must have been
No, fair shake. HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing. You ain't shit.
Yo.
Yo.
What up, y'all? What's going down, man? I missed most of the show, champ. I seen the title though. I jumped on. So Eddie secured another $1 billion deal. That's number 2 for him, or what?
Damn near billion, man. The report is worth
figure.
worth well into the 9 figures.
Nice. Shout out to Eddie Hearn. That's what's up, man. Hey, look, I never hated on Eddie or his model or anything. I've always, I'm always here for boxing, man, and anything that'll help the sport grow and anything that, helps my pockets, man. I've been loving the zone for $10 a month. Honestly, I'm still at the $10 a month price since the jump. So I love it, bro. Like, it's don't get no better than that, man. But yo, and I keep hearing y'all talking about like the Triller and I didn't watch the card. I got to the crib and I turned it on literally right when Jake and Ben was coming out. So I missed all the other stuff, but I'm surprised that I've been hearing a lot of people saying like they didn't like it, man. That they thought the whole Triller production was trash. It was too unorganized, a little too crazy, too much with the smoking and the drinking and. I heard it was a lot of. I haven't really heard too many people say they like it, man. Like at all, from celebrities on other podcasts I listen to people on the back call to just. I really haven't heard anybody say they like the way Triller did it that time around, man. So they might want to, figure something out, man. Tighten that up a little bit. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Appreciate it.
Yo, real quick, I gotta go to my Twitter because I want to shout out somebody.
So go to my Twitter.
I want to shout out my man. His name is Have. Come on, man. His name is Have Twitter. Fun. And that's at Have Fun OTI. Have Fun OTI. Let me see what's that of. That's an Abraham. He got a Penny Abraham Lincoln with a headband on. I have no clue what that is, but that's his avatar.
We got a super chat from Ken. Oh, sorry, finish.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you to him and shout out to him because yesterday Mayweather Promotions put out, if you could assemble a dream team panel of hosts for a boxing podcast, who would be on it? Fire below with the speak emoji. And everybody went for like celebrities like Lampley and put Bernstein, put this one in. This young man, this fine young lad chose us. He chose us, the boxing voice. And Mayweather Promotions, they need to fuck with us. That's what we need. We need a conglomerate behind us so that we can get all these dudes on the couch. Because that's the thing. Like, nobody wants a boring interview. So now if we big enough where they got to interview, we get that uncomfortable interview where, like, Crawford would just be like, man, you know why I don't fuck with you. You've been talking shit. And just let it out, right? And then we did that. We get them crying on the couch. Like, only you can help us get there, man. So go find this post and drop TBV under there, man, because we going to make it, man. It's going to happen whether rapping or clapping. Have it your way. 50 Cent, stand up. Yo, we got a super chat, you said.
Yes, we do. From Ken Stone, the super chat reads as follow. Time for Uncle Eddie to break out the wallet for Jim Lampley's and RJJ, which is Roy Jones Jr., return. These UK fans are going to stand Mannix and Todd for much longer. They aren't going to stand Mannix and Todd for much longer. That's Todd Grisham, by the way.
He's right, man. If Eddie could do anything, if I could have one wish, you would be my boo. If I could have one wish, it would be to bring back the whole team. Not Roy though. Fuck it. I don't really like Roy. Yo, he be bullshitting. He's just as bad as B-Hop. But I want Lampley and Merchant back, man. I want
Merchant be bullshitting, dog.
Yo, and yeah, maybe Neutral Corner is right. Let Paulie go do a public apology, do some community service or some shit, and bring Paulie back. Maybe,
hot seat.
Huh?
Throw him back in the hot seat.
Yeah, bring Paulie back, make him talk about it on air, and apologize live on air, and bring Lampley. I think Merchant's too old at this point. We interviewed him the last time, and I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? He got a little bit old on me, but yeah, man. I think Lampley at least. Like, where's Lampley at? Right? What's going on, champ? What's wrong?
Keep going.
Uh-oh. He got the $1 million phone call from Al. He got that call from Al. They bought his weigh-in show, y'all. Let's Yo, Huang, hit that number 1 if you want to rock out. We going out to Canada, Hamilton. Talk to me.
Yo.
What up?
Just clanging and banging in my personal gym. This is good news, man. This is good news. Like that other caller said earlier about that's the closest that we're gonna have of a Dana White, man. If we can get it all under one branch, let's be honest, man. UFC is doing something right, and if boxing can clean that up, man, boxing's gonna take over, man. I want boxing to grow, man. I just want everything to grow, man. Just imagine if they can get K1 back up in here, man. Come on, man. You want to see 90% ratio knockouts? Watch K1. But as for the $1 billion man to leave Sky Sports, I wonder if that's gonna ruffle some feathers up in the UK. To be honest, I mean, you can't just be leaving, your home to go to something international. You guys hearing anything about that?
Nah, I didn't hear nothing.
What? Ruffle feathers in the UK?
Yeah. But just because as long as I've been listening to your guys' show, I've always known that Eddie Hearn was always on Sky. But when you leave them for something like the big bag like that, did he leave on good terms, or you know what I mean? Like, what's the background on that? Like, you can't just.
He's got 2 more shows left to do for them, and I just think. I mean, he's the UK public is they're diehard boxing fans, so I think that's what he's banking on, that they're going to, they're gonna change with the sport, they're gonna move on with the sport, right? But the money helps. The money is what's gonna make those compelling fights to get them to come over to the zone. That's what the money is for. He's got to be able to now put together a Brook Khan,
So what in your terms, or I'll just end my call on this, but what does Eddie Hearn or what does boxing have to do to get it all under one roof? What do they have to do?
Bro, they got to be willing to work, man. Somebody got to sit down, though. Somebody got to have a better plan. Because if one promoter can make $1 billion or close to $1 billion or already $2 billion or $1.5 billion, then the other promoter is thinking of it. But the truth is that no one's taking the driver's seat like Eddie, man. Everybody talked about putting fights on in Saudi Arabia, and that shit became a joke. Every time the Middle East was brought up, we laughed at it because we thought, man, they always saying they gonna bring a fight to the Middle East and never happens. Eddie made that shit a reality. You know what I'm saying? He getting it done, man. He's bringing huge money to the sport. When Al got, Waddell and Reed, and it was like $500 million, people was like, oh, whoa.
Doing that, yeah.
Eddie did that already 3 times, man. So it's like, bruh, man, he doing his thing. It's gonna take these other dudes, but they never gonna bow down. That's what it is. It's like,
nope.
It's like
egos.
It's like you know that. I think Francis said you on the back of the truck or you in the front of the truck and you get to the back. So the point is, let's say you an owner operator,
yep.
You ain't just about to go work for nobody. They gonna have to pay you lovely to go work because you understand what it is to be an owner operator, and it's just that simple. There's no difference here. You gotta offer Bob stupid money where he could just be like, oh shit, so I'm gonna just get the smoke and chill for the rest of my years. And yeah, it's gotta be money to acquire all those companies. You gotta acquire, same way Thriller swallowed Fight TV and Versus. That's what you gotta do. You gotta swallow them, and then either they work for you or they step down. They just getting they royalties check.
Or just combine them. Just combine them.
No,
Because like these leagues are entities that you combine to have one commission. So they say Eddie Hearn, you be the commissioner of boxing, and then you can do it for as long as you vote him in. You have give example. Say he wasn't a boxing promoter, right? They say Eddie Hearn, you be the commissioner. You have Al Heyman, you have Top Rank, you have PBC, you have Matchroom, you have Queensberry, you have all these guys. They're all entities that are part of the commission. They have board meetings. They sit down. They talk about the greater good of the league, of whatever it is that's set up. You know what I mean? And they remember, you have as much money as you make.
But
So that's why you have some people, some teams are bigger than some in terms of revenue and stuff because,
Yo, what's the last NFL, NBA team that sold? Was it the the Clippers because of the racial comments? Was it the Clippers?
Nah, there's been a few before that. The Bucks just sold,
No,
but they all selling.
not before. The last one to sell. Who's
Like
the
the
last?
very last-
Who's the last franchise owner to sell?
Yeah, the Clippers. No, was it? Yeah, I'd say the Clippers. Let's leave it at the Clippers, yeah.
How much they sold for?
Oh, shit. He bought that shit for like, almost over $5 billion. Yeah, because he was worth like 30-something billion. So over $5 billion. Let me go double check that right now.
Yeah, get that number because that's the thing, right? Eddie already got damn
And
near
these guys probably get it before me.
Eddie already got damn near $2 billion in 2 years.
$2 billion.
Yeah, I mean they gave him $1 billion for sure the first time.
Sold for $2 billion. The team sold for $2 billion.
Look at that, and that's why it's gonna be difficult to get boxing under one roof because you talking about one team sold for that.
But like the Lakers is worth like shit. I don't know, 15, 20 billion. Like if you look at that's how the entities for example, like the Cowboys. The Cowboys are one of the richest franchises in football.
That's the type of money you're gonna need, man. You're gonna need money like that.
No, you're gonna have the lower level. You're gonna have the lower level companies that don't have 15 billion. They might have only like 800 million, like the Queensberries and stuff.
Those dudes will be frozen out. No disrespect to Lou.
And it's good for the ecosystem, though. It's what I'm saying. It's good if you can find a good balance of having the top level and then the low level.
No, because they will be the people that work with Eddie and the conglomerate. But we need to get rid of the three-headed monster. It needs to be one person, one broadcaster, not three
let's do like baseball with no salary cap then, because you have no salary cap. You sign a player to whatever amount you want, so you can sign a deal to whatever you want. But baseball do no salary cap. It is a commission, but there's no salary cap.
I just wonder what it would take. What would Bob sell Top Rank for?
Right. That's a good question.
How many billions do you need to buy Top Rank? Because really, do you need to buy both? If you buy one, it's like T-Mobile merging with Sprint. You know what I'm saying? They merged with Sprint, right? And they took over so much of the map. It's like, do you really need to buy both? Or by buying one, do you automatically, suffocate the other one?
Right.
Look at that. Lakers only worth $3 billion. So that means Bob.
Hold on, I just looked at it.
That means Bob can't ask for too much.
So 1 point. So the first team is the Cowboys at 5.5 billion is what they valued at. The New York Yankees are at 5 billion. Then the New York Knicks are at 4.6 billion, and then the Lakers at 4.4 billion. As the richest sports teams in the world. Actually, that might be in the U.S. Let me check the world. Hold on. Let me tip on this.
Look, man, it's only worth 300 mil, man. Somebody need to offer that dude some money, take him off the board, man. Take that piece off the board. Damn, he's been rocking out since 1931.
Yeah, all right then. You better chill out. He bought that team for like 10 million. That shit worth like 5 billion. Like whoever that is.
You know the word, the shit he seen. No, he did say 10 million. Remember he told he did an interview with Barbershop and said,
course, man.
Bruh, but 300 mil. They need to buy him out. I don't understand why wouldn't DAZN give Eddie,
Check-
a
yo,
billion
check
to
this.
go buy that shit? Like, yo, go buy that,
This
man.
The richest sports leagues in the world. The NFL is worth $13 billion. The MLB is worth $10 billion. So that's like the whole entire league. But that's not the worth of each owner. This is just worth of the league.
Yeah.
And the league, the NBA is 7.4 billion. The Indian Premier League, which is cricket, is 6.3 billion. Soccer leagues, the English Premier League is 5.3 billion. The Hockey League, National Hockey League, is 4.3 billion, and rugby is 2.5 billion. So just to give you a sense, like 13 billion is the richest league, but then in the NFL, the richest owner is flipping. I think it's Jerry Jones. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Bro, my man is the only person that gets credit created by Bob Arum. There's no.
All right, so the richest owner in the NFL is worth $14 billion.
So, I mean, that just goes to show you that you can buy Top Rank for a lot cheaper. You know what I'm saying? You can buy them for a lot cheaper. The thing is that you don't, what's that number? And does Eddie and whatever network is going to give him the money to do it want to play it out that way?
And Steve Ballmer, who just bought the Clippers, is worth $69 billion.
Yeah, but
And the league is only worth 7.4. But like I'm giving you an example. So Eddie can get that big deal from like this, the zone or whatnot, and then you got network deals. You sign network deals every year, so they come with their $400 or $500 billion deal to get to broadcast for a certain amount of time, right?
I can't believe no one's created a boxing league. I can't believe no one's created a boxing league.
It's crazy to me. It can be done, man.
It's sad that they haven't like done the same thing, man. Like for real, like do a league and let the promoters be owners of their teams, and they got stables. But those are all the callers. You got Teddy B actually in the Midwest. What up, Teddy B?
Nah, I just was calling there. Just I guess good job for Eddie, but it's just funny. Like you were talking about in 2 years that he got all his money, but what's the output? We haven't seen. He hasn't spent probably more than $200 million in the last, and he's had the zone for 3 years. Been 3 years, and he hasn't spent that much money on the zone. So does he really have this money? Like, is this money? This sounds like monopoly money, but I do like the idea of them trying to buy out Top Rank and PBC, but it's gonna take probably like $1.5 to $2 billion to do that. Just to buy them out, and then you need to have money to like actually pay the fighters and put on events and stuff like that. So it's gonna take probably about $3 billion in total to have all the boxing under one roof, and it still won't be under one roof because you got fighters gonna come up from like different countries and stuff like that. They're gonna have their own promoter, and then you got to buy them out, and it's just like a cycle. Boxing is the only sport in which anybody can get into it as long as you got money, and that's the problem with trying to own it all.
Yeah, well, that's why you got to create a league, because if you create a league, you create prestige, and with that league, you create rules and regulations, and then all those Mickey Mouse promoters got to jump through your hoops to be part of the league, or be forced to be on the outside doing, Mickey Mouse events.
So in order for that to happen, though, you have to get rid of the sanctioning bodies, which they hold a lot of power still.
Not necessarily, man. That's what I'm saying. Yo, you don't gotta make war and enemies, right? Like, again, we gotta get a source of funds, right? So we gotta get like a Jerry Jones, someone that's got the money. I don't even know if Jerry got enough. I don't know enough about other sports, but someone that got he just mentioned some dude that's worth $69 billion. That's the type of dude. That's the type of dude we need, right? To say, all right, here goes $10 million. We're gonna start the boxing league or whatever, and here goes 5 out of that 10. Go acquire some of those boxing promoters and companies, and then we got this other 5 for day-to-day capital to make fights until we take over. Because again, if you take Top Rank and every fighter that they have and you put them out of business, and it's just PBC is your competition, and then the Lou DiBellas and the Salitas of the world. I mean, it's only a matter of time, champ. It's only a matter of time. Like, yo, that means that Triple G will be fighting Marotta real quick. You know, I mean, Shakur would get Warrington. I mean, so many fights is just like that. A snap of a finger, snap of a finger, snap. So many fantastic fights. And if they could afford PBC, and PBC would say, same thing. Like, so many fantastic fights. Now, all this is in theory because obviously they never got Andre to fight Golovkin.
Exactly. But also, you gotta, like, they have to actually make money less. Like, they can't just spend all this money without, like, being able to. How they gonna recoup that much money?
Because
it's gonna take them 30 years to recoup that money.
Because hold on, let me get in here real quick, because you can have the high paying athlete, right, that could be getting their $200-300 million over 7-8 years or whatever the case may be. Like, you can work it out that way. And you have the lower tier athletes, so the money's gonna come through the marketing, the promoting, and having these networks and no.
No, I'm just saying, not only that, remember that DAZN gets global money, no network. Like, Showtime don't get global checks. They only get $10 per US subscription. That's all they get for their content. They paying all the millions. They paid Floyd $35 million for American pay-per-view money. Now, DAZN gets every market not named America. Mexico, Brazil, and like,
but
everywhere.
they charge it like $2 a month in some of them. Like, they ain't making no money in some of them. That, like, it was like what, like Italy or something. India, they charge like $1 a month. They ain't making no money in that.
I can't believe that you would say that when you know that $1, you know, from a million people is $1 million. Champ, like $1. But
that ain't even paying for one big fight though. That's what I'm trying to, like, you gotta, like, these fights gonna be like, think about how much money we think it's gonna take for Errol Spence and Bud to fight. It's gonna take like 15. That's gonna be like 15 months in that one country.
That's another point I wanted to get to that you made up. You like, yo, how sure are we that he even got $1 billion? He only maybe spent $200 million. Bruh, show me another promoter, right? Show me another promoter. You say he don't got $1 billion. We know for a fact Showtime gave Al a budget. You could Google it and find out the number because it was public. We know for a fact Fox gave Al a budget. You can Google it, find out and know it's public. As far as Top Rank and ESPN, I don't know if they made the budget, like how many millions per year.
They did. It was like 90-something million, I think, a year.
Well, there you go. All them do. So you said 90 for Top Rank. I know for a fact Fox gave Al like 60, and then I think Showtime gave him like another 50. None of them dudes with them big none of them dudes with them big ass budgets ever went to another player from the other side and said, here's X amount of dollars. The only man that's been willing to do that and actually done it, and Mikey took it, was Eddie. But he offered Mikey 7. He took it. He offered Charlo 7. Canelo offered Charlo. Eddie offered Charlo for Andre. Like, they've been trying. He offered fucking Tank money. Like, who they offering?
That's not true. That's not true. They offer Andre. Like, people, we got revision history. Andre was offered by Showtime a deal. He turned it down because he said if he loses, he would not have no other fights. That's what he did. Like, there's been deals offered from other, on both sides.
But they also offer him the straight fight, man. We know that. Come on, man. And he just re-offered it. He just re-offered it and said, we'll take the same thing you gave Derevyanchenko. They come and cheat, man. They trying. But that's my point, Teddy. Like, how long are we going? Like, why do we keep saying Eddie's lying, Eddie's capping? He the only motherfucker trying.
No, I'm not saying he don't.
I don't hear nobody on that PBC side sending any fucking type of offer to any person. Anybody. Oh, I'm touching 7 mil. Well, send that shit to me then. Send it to Andre, see if he won't fucking take it. Like, Eddie the only one trying to. He bid on Teofimo fight, man. Like, he the only one trying. If he ain't had $1 billion and he ain't getting this bill, so why the fuck he in everybody's business, offering everybody money, trying to get him to come to DAZN? He got the money, bro.
It's also different though because PBC they don't have a promoter. It's Ali rules with that, so he can offer those people like you can't offer a top ranked fighter money. Like you will get sued. Like you can't offer Bud $5 million to come fight on DAZN. Like that's why you never see them offer top ranked fighters. You can't offer certain fighters that are under a promotion money. So it's different too.
That's fine. All I know is Eddie is still out here trying to get shit done. With Eddie and everybody.
I had no problem with Eddie.
He ain't acting like he ain't got money. He acting like he do got money. He always offering, even in interviews, something to somebody. So, look, he just won the purse bid for Michael Hunter. I mean, I don't know, man. Eddie
making moves and doing things.
Yo, listen, you can't hate on the dude. He doing it. He doing it.
Which is crazy, man. Still in line, but yeah, man. Right now, it's just it's amazing to see what Eddie Hearn is doing in the sport of boxing. He's making major moves, making major deals, but he's doing it all across, man. All across. He's willing to work with promoters and whatnot. But you know, obviously, you got to twist some words here and there and do some things. It's all a part of it, man. It's all a part of what we do. So, I'd love to get to hear some more information about the deal itself. What else it entails, other than what we already know that it's close to upwards of a 9-figure deal guaranteed, and it won't include Joshua or Dillian Whyte a part of it, and it won't be on Sky Sports anymore. It's straight DAZN group. When DAZN, you know, has other sports like cricket and darts and football, which is known as soccer, and skiing and rugby and a lot of different Formula One, a lot of different things. So the market is vast when it comes to the DAZN group. So it makes it great for them to continue with the European market.
That's another thing, like ultimate slap in the face. It's like, yo, your fight is playing. Go ahead and I'm paying on your network. How much you want for an advertisement? Cause I'm paying here. Put Canelo on your TV. Put Canelo on your air. When you showing your boxing match, when your audience is tuned into you, let them think of me. DAZN did that. Don't forget that when PBC just fought. What was the fight they just had? Saturday? It was Saturday on Harrison shit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Come on, man. They ain't playing no games, man. We talking about where that $1 billion at. That $1 billion is in all that marketing money. What you mean?
Is Top Rank allowed? Is Top Rank? Is DAZN allowed to show other people's fighters? Because DAZN be showing PBC and Top Rank fighters highlights regularly. Like holy shit.
Well, they got to get permission, but they it's just like music. I'm sure they probably got to pay a rights fee, but that's what they willing to do. Versus not show a fighter and say and act like he don't exist.
But that makes them want to come over because they're getting the promotion, right?
Exactly. I mean, you heard Keyshawn. You heard how Keyshawn took it. He liked what they doing. He liked what they doing and how they promoting him, and he's not even signed to them. So, you know. But anyway, that's the last caller, man. That's GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Don't forget, we out here working, man. So hit that thumbs up button. Future, present, past helps with the visibility of the show. You can hit us up. Counterpunch from Teddy B.
Counterpunch.
No, I had wanted to make the point on the schedules too. But I don't want nobody to think that I was dissing Eddie Hearn. I like Eddie Hearn because he a smooth talker. Like he know how to finesse people. Like he gonna get money. So like it ain't no diss on him. It's just like he a smooth talker. So you gotta take what he say with a grain of salt. But lastly, PBC schedule is much better. Y'all forgot even one of the better, if not the best fight matchup, Lubin versus Rosario.
Yes.
Like that's on the undercard. So they that's the only undercard that's been the only undercard fight that's been a night. So we don't even know what's on these other undercards. It could be even more fire fights on the undercard.
And that's their own fault though, because they didn't announce it as his own fight with their own pictures. They literally just put it little as hell. Like
it is little.
And that's what I'm saying. DAZN don't make those mistakes. They do so much graphic imagery. Like they gotta step it up, man. They gotta step it up.
They do. Right. They do need to step it up on their social media game, but like the schedule is nice, and that card. I wish I could get down to Atlanta. I'm hoping I can to go to that fight. But that's all I have.
All right, man. So I think that's it. I did have something else, but whatever. It escapes me right now.
It escapes me right this minute. But you are listening to the Boxing Voice. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for smashing that thumbs up button and the subscribe and join button, because it does help with the growth and the visibility of the show. We were talking about Edward Hearn, known as Eddie Hearn, signing a massive deal with Dazn for Matchroom Sports, given that he's the new chairman of Matchroom Boxing. Isn't that crazy? Matchroom Sports in title. Amazing. Congratulations. And yeah, we catch you on the next one, man. Next of Sports Talk, you know where to find me at. Also, the Wayne Boxing if you're interested in watching some Canadian boxing. Peace and love.
Yo, when you be interviewing all these Canadian guests, why you don't never announce it here and let them know you're going to be interviewing Lion 3 Promotion CEO? Like, you be tripping, yo. I be seeing, yo, and y'all go hard. Yo, who's your graphic guy? Yo, you trying to, I'm going to have to acquire weigh-in, man. I got to acquire y'all like Dazn. Y'all moving too good over there, yo. Who's your graphics guy, champ? That looks.
We working, man. We working.
The little graphics for your interviews, yo. I feel like my face is fat today. I might go to the gym. What the fuck?
Nah, you straight. You wild. Yo, I'm telling you. Nez, what we said by July, you gonna have a 6-pack?
Nah, hell no. That shit is out the window. 6-pack, man. I don't think I could get that shit. That's why I asked Coach O, like, yo, what you mean you about to get him cut out? I thought. You know, because, yo, shit, some people say it's genetics, man.
Yeah, it's just hard to get it. But, yo, man, I'm about to get to this chiropractor, get my, right. What's up? We out?
I mean, yeah, we out. Peace.
All right.